Hello students, today I shall discuss a new chapter from your book, that is direct and indirect speech. Direct and indirect speech. For example, if I say anything in your class, I am calling someone or saying something, that my name is, for example, Rafat. Rafat says, I am your new English teacher. Rafat says, or Rafat said, I am your new English teacher. However, I have said, I have presented this word before you entering the class. However, I have said, I am your new English teacher. Without missing or without removing a dot even, it has been presented in the same way in this line. However, I have said, Rafat said, I am your new English teacher. However, the sentence is said by Rafat in the same way it has been put here. So, this type of presentation of any sentence exactly said by the speaker is called direct speech. Exactly however I have presented, in the same way it has been presented here, without changing a single dot even. That is why my words have been kept within quotation. Another way is also there for presenting my word, my sentence, my saying. Rafat said that he was our new English teacher. In short form I have written. Rafat said that he was our new English teacher. In the same way it is presented, it is given, but it is given by changing something. Something has been changed, but the meaning, it is containing the same meaning earlier as it was given earlier. Meaning of both the sentences, the sense of both the sentences are same, but the presentation of both the sentences are not same. Here it is given directly. Here it is given, my words have been given indirectly. Here without changing a single word, however I have given, without changing a single word, it has been presented. But here my words have been changed. Rafat said that he was our new English teacher. First one, something has been changed. First one, nothing has been changed. But the second one, in the second one, some portions have been changed. You have understood. So this portion directly, that is why this is direct speech. Second portion indirect. It is indirectly, my words have been presented indirectly, that is why that is indirect speech. My words have not been changed, that is why it is direct speech. Here my words have been changed, that is why it is indirect speech. And another shortcut method is also there to identify direct speech and indirect speech. What is that? If you find a portion within double inverted comma or within quotation, the sentence is direct speech. Simply just look at the construction of the sentence. If anything is given within quotation, by closing your eyes you can say this sentence is direct speech. If anything is not given in the quotation, for example said that this type of things are there, by closing your eyes you can say that this is indirect speech. Quotation direct, without quotation indirect. This is shortcut method, but we should learn the previous method which I said. We should know the previous method. Shortcut method does not work sometime. That is why we should learn the previous method. However, I have said, for example, Rafat said, Sabbir, come here. Rafat said within quotation, Sabbir, comma, come here. Another one, Rafat ordered Sabbir to go there. Meaning is same, but the presentation is not same. Rafat said, comma, double inverted comma, Sabbir come here, it is direct speech. Rafat said, you ordered Sabbir to go there, it is indirect speech. Both sentences are containing the same meaning, but the presentations are different. That is why one is direct within double inverted comma, direct, no double inverted comma, indirect. I hope you have understood. Another one. Now what you are to do? What you are to do in the exam? What you are to do? You have to change the direct speech from direct speech to change the speech from direct to indirect and from indirect to direct. It is your duty in the exam. Some questions will be given, some instructions will be given, some sentences will be given in direct speech, some sentences will be given in indirect speech. You are to change the direct from indirect and direct to indirect, and you are to change from indirect to direct. You are to do these things only. So we are to know the steps to change the speech. Let's do at the very beginning. For example, he says, comma, quotation, I work here. I work as a teacher. What will be your duty? Your duty, first of all, you are to know two things. This thing, what is the name of this thing, this portion, and what is the name of this portion. Whole sentence is indirect speech. Yeah, direct speech, we know that. But we should know the name of different portions, especially this portion, these two portions. If any verb is given, the verb which is followed by the portion within quotation, the verb which is followed by the portion within quotation, the verb, it is a verb, says, it is a verb which is followed by the portion within quotation is called as reporting verb. The portion verb which is followed by the portion within quotation is called as reporting verb. And right after the reporting verb, the portion within quotation is called as reported speech. The verb which is followed by reported speech is called reporting verb, and the portion within quotation is called as reported speech. We must know these two things. Now, if the reporting verb is given in present tense, then whenever we shall go for changing the narration, we must not change the tense of this reported speech. If it is given in present tense, reporting verb is given in present tense, we must not change the tense of reported speech. Once again I am saying, if the tense of reporting verb is given in present tense, we must not change the tense of this reported speech. We must not. For example, he says, this comma will be converted into that. This comma will be converted into that. Then this he says, I work as a teacher. This is he, for example. He is saying, he says, from his mouth words are coming out. I work as a teacher. Who this? Can you tell me who this I is actually? This I is actually he. So he says that he, as this reporting verb is in present, we must not change. So it is given he. In the same tense we have to write, he works as a teacher. Works has been changed because earlier it was this after I the work has been given. Now it is third person singular number, that is why along with third person singular number in case of present indefinite tense we have to add s or yes, that is why I have added this s here. He says that he works as a teacher. So this is the changing of narration. Now in case of present indefinite tense, if reporting verb is present indefinite tense or present tense, we must not change the tense of the reported speech. But if it is given in past tense, then what to do? We must change. Earlier, if it is present, we must not. But if it is past, we must change the tense of the reported speech. We must remember this thing. So he said that I work as a teacher. I work as a teacher. Who this? Can you tell me earlier? Who this I was? I was. That means he said that I was a teacher from his mouth. These are, for example, words. I work as a teacher. These are coming out, for example. Okay. So, can you tell me who this I is? It is he. Though, if it is present tense, we must change the tense of the narration. From which tense to which tense? Present tense will be converted into past tense. He worked. Present indefinite will be converted into past indefinite. He worked as a teacher. He said that he worked as a teacher. So from present indefinite to past indefinite, present continuous to past continuous, present perfect to past perfect. Okay. Past indefinite to past perfect. Okay. Like this, how to change this changing scenario, changing formula is given as a table in your book in page 62. From M will be if reporting verb is given in past, then for changing the narration which thing should be changed into which thing. This is given here. M will be converted into was, R will be converted into were, do will be converted into did, shall will be converted into would, will be converted into like this. One table has been given. You are to memorize this table. And another thing, this is not for reporting speech and changing the tense. This always we have to do that. This will be converted into those. Here will be converted into there. Thus will be so. Now then, ago before. Like this we have to change. Remember this thing. Okay. Now I have given two examples. Now step by step, according to the sense of the tense, sentence, we have to how to change the speech. We have to do this. The last two, whatever I have done, these are from assertive sentence. Assertive sentence is that sentence where any statement is given. Assertive sentence. We shall do assertive, interrogative, imperative. First of all, this one. Last two, whatever I did, these were from assertive sentence. Some more I shall give. For example, my brother said to me. Dinner is ready. Dinner is ready for. Acha, dinner is ready. Okay. My brother said to will be converted into, if said to is given, then this said, if only said is given, then said will remain same. But if said to is given, then we have to write told. If say to says to is given, then tells or tell. Here told it will be. Told me, this comma will be converted into that. Dinner will remain same. And according to the table, is will be converted into told me that dinner was ready. Acha. Said to will be changed into told and comma will be converted into that in case of assertive sentence only, because reported speech is given as assertive only. Okay. But in case of assertive sentence, in case of if the reporting verb is given in past, we are to change the tense of the reported speech. If reporting verb is given in past and reported speech is given as universal truth is given in the reported speech, then we must not change the tense of the reported speech. For example, earlier I told you that if the tense of the reporting verb is past and whenever we shall go, tense of the reporting verb is past, whenever we shall go for changing the narration, at that time we have to change the tense of the reported speech. But if the tense of the reporting verb is given in past, once again I am saying, if the tense of the reporting verb is given in past, but the reported speech is universal truth, it will never be changed. Man is mortal, always it will remain mortal. Earth is round, the earth is round, the sun, the earth moves around the sun. These are universal truth. The sun rises in the east. So this type of universal truths are given, then we should keep this universal truth as it was earlier. The tense in this case, in case of universal truth, the tense should not be changed. For example, I am citing, my mother said to will be told me that man. It will not be, if it had not been universal truth, we would have changed the tense. But it is universal truth, we must not. Man is mortal. It will remain in the same position. You must keep this in your mind. Okay. Another one. He said to me, all the teachers are helping you. He said to will be converted into told me that all the teachers. As it is past tense, we should change all the teachers are, it is given in present continuous tense. Are will be converted into, according to, are will be converted into were. Helping you, can you put? If you put you, it will be wrong. You cannot put you. He told me, for example, he told me, for example, these are his words. All the teachers are helping you. Then this, who this you will be, can you tell? This you will be actually I. All the teachers are helping, actually this you will be converted into me. All the teachers were helping me. We have to remember this thing. Another one, he said to me, all the teachers are helping you. He told me that all the teachers were helping me. Another one, he said to me, you, sorry, he said to, I said to him, you have taken the meal. I said to will be converted into told him that you will be, who this? I, for example, this is you, this is him. I said to him, you have taken the meal. You have taken the meal. This is him. Remember this thing. This is him. Who this you will be actually? You have taken the meal. Who this you will be actually? Can you tell? This you will be he. Have will be converted into had taken the meal. He told me that, I told him that he had taken the meal. This is the way of changing the narration of assertive sentence. Another one, assertive sentence finished. Now I am going to interrogative sentence. Okay, interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence is of two types. One is yes, no type. Another is WH type. Yes, no type, that means the question which contains only the answer either of as yes or as no. For example, is it a pen? Answer will either be yes or no. Have you taken your rice? Answer will either be yes or no. Are you watching me? Are you listening to me? Answer will either be yes or will be no. Are you listening to me? Answer will either be yes or will be no. And another type of question is WH type question. What is your name? Can you answer yes sir? If anyone asks what is your name, if anyone replies yes sir, the person who replied, he will be considered as a fool or mad. Okay, so answer will, what is your name? Answer will be either Rafat or Joshim, whatever may be. Descriptive answer should be given. Okay, so first of all, let's do the work of yes no type questions. For example, are you ill? He said to me. Are you ill? Answer will be either yes or no. But we have to change. We are not to answer. We have to change the narration here. We have to change the speech here. So we have to do what we have to do. First step, first duty of us is to make the interrogative sentence into assertive sentence. Are you ill? Is this a pen? What will be the assertive form of this? Is this a pen? This is a pen. Are you ill? You are ill. Is this a computer? Yes, this is a computer. Is this a school? This is a school. Like this we have to change. Are you ill? Assertive form will be you are ill. Okay, first duty finished. Second duty, as this is question, we are not to write told like earlier. We have to write In case of question, he asked me. If this is yes no type question, then we have to put, instead of comma, we have to put if. In case of yes no type question only, we have to put if. Then you are ill. He said to me, this is he, for example. He said to me, are you ill? Who this you will be, can you tell? Actually, this is I. So, you cannot put you here. Instead of, actually this is I. So, R will be converted into, here given, R will be converted into YR. If I were ill. He asked me if I were, oh sorry, I were we cannot put R. If this U is R, then I am should be there. So, instead of am we have to put I was ill. We have to write this. This is the answer. He asked me if I was ill. Another one. He said to you, are you reading now? He, this is yes no type question. First duty, before going there, first duty, you are you reading now? What will be the assertive form of this one? This auxiliary verb should be put here. You are reading now. Now let's do. He said will be converted into asked, then you, then instead of comma if, then who this, can you tell me who this you is actually? He asked you if, who this you is actually, can you tell? This you is actually, he said to, for example, he, this is you. He said to you, are you ill? Then you will be you. So, if you, R will be converted into YR, oh sorry, ill not, you were reading, now will be converted into, in every case, now will be converted into then. He asked you if you were reading, then we have to do. So, this is the way of changing narration in yes no type question. Now, another one. Yes no type question finished. Now, WH type question, descriptive question. WH type question actually the question where we can find WH containing words. For example, what is your name? Who are you? How are you? WH. How are you? Where are you going? Where? Whom do you want? Then when are you coming? All these are WH containing words. These questions contain only descriptive question. What is your name? The answer will not be yes or no. The answer will be long. My name is X, Y, Z, whatever may be. Who are you? I am whoever may be. I am George W. Bush. I am Barack Obama. I am Bill Clinton, like this. Whoever may be. How are you? I am fine. I am ill, like this. Descriptive answer should be given. Where are you going? I am going to Delhi. I am going home, like this. You can reply. Whom do you want? I need my father. I need my teacher. Descriptive answer. When are you coming? I am coming tomorrow. Like this, descriptive answer should be given. So, in these cases, how to change the narration? Let's learn. So, for example, one question is given here. When are you coming? He said to me. He said to me, when are you coming? First duty. Change the interrogative into assertive. First duty, like earlier. When are you coming? When auxiliary verb should go there. Are coming. If I ask, what is your name? This is interrogative sentence. What your name is? This is assertive. Okay. But there, what your name is, before that we should, if you want to make it assertive, then before what we should put another part. Only what your name is, only if I put, and if I cannot consider this is a complete sentence. Before that we have to put something. So when are you coming? When you are coming, it has been made as assertive. Full sentence not, assertive form. Okay. Then second duty. He said to will be converted into asked, then me, then earlier in yes no type question we instead of comma we have put if, but in descriptive question we cannot put if. It will remain same. Without comma it will remain, nothing should be put. He asked me when, who this you is actually, he asked me. For example, this is he is asking me, when are you coming? Who this you is from his voice? It is me. When I, after I we cannot put are, am. So as this reporting verb is in past, we cannot put am. The past form of am should be put I was, and coming will be converted into, according to that table in the book, I was going. He asked me when I was going. We should remember this thing. Another way, he said to me, why are you late? He said to will be converted into asked me, nothing should be put. Oh, first duty I have forgotten. Why are you late? How to make it assertive? Why you are late? Remember this thing. Who are you? If you want to make it assertive, who you are. The auxiliary verb should be put later after the subject. Who are you? Who you are. Who am I? Who I am. Who is this? Who this is. When are you coming? When you are coming. Like this we have to make this assertive. So why are you late? Why you are late. Okay. I have changed. Then he asked me why. Who this you is actually, he is saying to me, why are you late? Who this you is from his words? Why you, why I, it is I. So after I we cannot put are, then am should be put, but am cannot be put because this reporting verb is in past. So past form of am should be put, was, late will remain same. So this is the answer. He asked me why I was late. So this is the way of changing the narration of interrogative sentence. Now last portion, imperative. We learnt assertive, interrogative. Assertive is simple statement, interrogative is question, imperative is suggestion, order, request, proposal, advice, this type of things. That means to give order, to put request, to advise, to suggest, this type of things we can find in imperative sentence. So imperative sentence is also very easy. Changing the narration of imperative sentence, we can put, for example, go there. The sorry, another one I am doing. First of all, let me start from request. Please give me a glass of water. My mother said to me, please give me a glass of water. It is imperative sentence, but what type of imperative sentence? It is a request. Please, if anyone adds in his words, then it seems he requests something. Okay, so my mother said to will be converted into requested. Me will remain same. This comma will be converted into, to. Requested me to, please will not be given in case of indirect speech. Requested me to give me. Who this? Mother is saying give me a glass of water. Who this me is actually? My mother. Okay. So give my mother if I say, it will not look nice. It will not sound nice. So instead of that, instead of the noun, we have to add the pronoun of my mother. What will be the pronoun of my mother? Give her. Pronoun is that word which is used instead of noun. So give her a glass of water. My mother requested me to give her a glass of water. Okay, another one. The teacher said to the boys, go to the classes. Go to the class. Okay, in one class, students of one class, he said to the students of one class. Okay, the teacher said to the boys, go to the class. So teacher saying often is an order. It seems as an order. The teacher ordered the boys, instead of comma we have to put the boys to, it will remain same however it is given. Earlier, please adding, you are removing please, we have added the same sentence however it is given. Give her a glass of water, just this pronoun has been changed. So the boys to go to the class. The teacher ordered the boys to go to the class. Like this we have to change the narration of imperative sentence. But in some imperative sentences we can find the negative part. For example, don't go to the school, don't drink cold water, don't drink wine, don't do this. Like this type of forbidding or prohibitions remain in any sentence. So in this type of sentence, what we have to do? For example, the doctor said to me, don't drink tea. Doctor saying is often an advice or a suggestion. Okay, so here we can use the doctor said to will be converted into suggested me, then comma will be converted into to, suggested me. Here if don't is there, then we should not put to directly. Right after me or you or him, we should not put to directly. First of all we have to put not, then we should put not to, then rest other part. Not to drink tea. Okay, this to should not be put right after the first portion. To should be put after not. Don't will be converted into not to. The doctor suggested me not to drink tea. Another one, the teacher said to the boys, don't make noise. The teacher ordered the boys, don't will be converted into to, we cannot put, not to make noise will remain same. Not to, the teacher ordered the boys not to make noise. Like this we have to change the narration of imperative sentence. So these three we have explained: assertive, interrogative, imperative. These three you are to read from your book. If any question arises in your mind, ask me in the comment box. Go through your book. The hard copies of exercises will be given from the office. You can collect this. Your guardians will come and they will collect these hard copies. Easily you can find the answers of exercises. You go through the books, and especially please you read these tables which have been given here in page number 66, 65 and in page number 62. Two tables here. After you see this thing and this thing, both the pages, you have to remember how to change. Whenever you will go for changing, at that time you have to remember this thing. Okay, if any question arises in your mind, ask me in the comment box. I shall be replying inshallah. That's all for today. Thank you everybody.